May I help you?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be meeting Mrs. Buchanan.
Yes, sir. I've already seated her. If you follow me. The rest of your party, madam?
Wrong Mrs. Buchanan.
Max, over here.
Excuse me for intruding, Mrs. Buchanan.
Okay, now find personal experience. All right, there you are. Freelance photographer. Well, unless you're selling air conditioners, lady, I'm really not interested.
Jason, please, I need to talk to you.
Come on, it's just way too hot for this.
To apologize. When I tricked Leanne into finding you in my house the other morning, that was cheap.
Oh, but it was very, very effective. I mean, it worked. Leanne was real upset. Guess you ought to be happy.
How can I be happy when you're not? Not long ago, we were very, very close. Have you already forgotten how close? Jason, please, won't you just give me a few minutes of your time?
You got your baloney, and you got your fluff.
No, wait a minute, Joey. This is really disgusting.
Oh, come on. Come on, don't you put brown sugar on ham?
Oh, I'm sorry, darling. I'm out of this.
Jackie, can you hand me the mustard, please?
Look, I need to talk to both of you. I really do.
Mom, this is mustard. This is peanut butter, Mom. That's gross.
Well, I bet.
I'm sorry. My mind is sort of on other things. In fact, my mind is on this vestry meeting that's going to happen at the church later today.
What's it about?
I thought you two would have known. The whole town is talking about it. Well, it has to do with Andrew. And certain rumors regarding him and your friend Billy Douglas.
Oh,
It's serious. It's very serious. In fact, it's so serious that Andrew may be forced to resign from the church. And I was actually hoping that I could talk to you two. Hopefully, you'll know something that will help Andrew. Do you?
And what's this?
It's a peace offering. I mounted some of your photographs that I thought you liked the best. You're really quite a talent, you know.
That's funny. I know there's a price tag, but I don't see one.
Your forgiveness. You have every right to be angry with me, Jason. Because I did try and split up you and Leanne. I think I would have done anything to get you back. Would have done. Because you see, I had to face the facts. You really do love Leanne, don't you?
More than anything. I'm sorry.
No. C'est la guerre. It hurts like hell, but I can face defeat. Well, we can't be lovers, so how about co-workers, huh?
What do you mean?
I mean, how would you like your old job back? No strings attached.
I think I can find something on my own. There's a lot of opportunities out there.
Right. Take this. To show off your photographs. Half the battle of getting a job is good presentation.
You two really don't know anything about what's going on?
No, it beats me. What are the rumors about?
All right. I'll put them as crudely as they are being put. People are saying that Andrew is a homosexual and that he tried to seduce your friend Billy.
You mean Andrew's some kind of child molester? No way. I mean, and since when is Andrew gay? I mean, of all the unlikely guys.
Oh, okay. Here's the real problem, okay? Andrew has taken a stand on this. He's defending a principle, okay? Basically, what he's saying is that everybody has a right to privacy. So he's saying it doesn't matter whether he is gay or not. That's only his business. No one has a right to ask him or anyone else to declare their sexual preference. Now, the problem is he won't deny that he's gay. He has not confirmed it, but he won't deny it. Although he has emphatically denied any, well, inappropriate behavior with Billy.
Well, what does Billy say?
That's the other problem. Billy won't say anything. He's simply not talking. That's why I was hoping that you two might know something about Billy.
Like what?
Well, why on earth anyone would start a rumor like that about him? You see, I need to get all the information I can before I can figure out what to do. So I was hoping that you two would accompany me to talk to Billy. I don't really think he's going to talk to me by himself, but you two are his friends and he trusts you.
Okay. All right, I'm in. But we're just going to talk to Billy, okay?
Absolutely. You play it however you want to, all right? Alana, will you come along, please? Thank you. Well, I'll get my things. I'll meet you out front. We really need to do this as soon as possible.
Okay.
How could you?
What?
You swore to me that we would protect Billy.
Come on, we didn't let on that he was gay, and no one has to know. This is about whether Andrew did what they're accusing him of.
Then why do we have to get Billy more involved than he already is?
Well, the problem is, if we don't, then who is going to help protect Andrew?
You talking about Andrew?
You've probably heard the rumors about him by now.
Ah, yeah, I heard him.
And he's not doing anything to counter the rumors.
Well, I know that Andrew believes in a person's right to privacy, so he is doing something, you know? He's fighting for a principle.
You were a soldier. Does that sound like fighting to you? To sit back, wrap in self-righteousness while your family's dragged through the mud?
Well, I have to admit, I'd have a hard time just sitting around doing nothing if some gossip monger started telling lies like that about me. I mean, it'd be like somebody set a fire under me, and I'd do whatever I could to stamp out the rumors.
Exactly. It's what a man should do.
Wait a minute. No, wait. General, you're not implying that Andrew isn't a man.
Oh, he's not taking my advice these days, and someone's going to have to light a fire under my son. Will you consider doing that for me?
Well, yes, of course, I'll speak to him as a friend, but I won't pressure him, because Andrew knows his own mind.
Well, tell him to use that mind to fight back now before that mud that's been slung gets so thick he won't be able to wash it off.
So let's just cut to the chase here. When you told me how you felt about me and I couldn't return that interest, I know that hurt you, that you felt pushed aside, it made you angry, and you decided to retaliate against me.
Did I?
Yes, you did. By doing something and saying things that you shouldn't have to the Douglases.
Like what?
Like something that made them believe that I had behaved improperly towards Billy.
Did you?
You know I didn't, because you made the whole thing up. And you have done a fair amount of damage, but now you have an opportunity to undo that by telling the truth. Will you do that?
That sounds great, Andrew, but I didn't start those stories about you and Billy. By the time I heard them, they were all over town.
And that wasn't you that broke the glass on the picture of Megan that I keep in my drawer.
What?
Mm-hmm. And a girl at the hospital who just happens to match your description told my father that I was gay. That wasn't you either, was it?
I don't even know your father, Andrew. Have you thought about seeing a shrink lately? Because you're sounding a bit paranoid. Which I guess is one of the hazards of being gay in our society. You are gay, aren't you, Andrew? Like your little angelic pal, Billy?
Get out.
Is our pastoral conference over so soon?
Get out.
Just curious. What does Cassie make of all this? Does she ever get tired of posing on your arm, or is she happy to help you keep up
Get
this
out of my
macho
office,
image just
Marty,
as long
please.
as Megan's picture stays in the drawer?
Marty,
Where
please get out of my
Cassie probably smashed it, by the by.
Get out! Marty, I know that God will forgive you, but I am not sure that I can.
Do we have a deal?
Shake hands, partner.
All right.
Serenity Springs joins the Buchanan Palace. Oh,
Are you guys hiding out from the heat, or are you celebrating?
we just merged.
Oh, right here in public. Oh, go on.
Would you like to join us, Cap?
I'd love to, but I'm supposed to break bread with my cousin. Maybe some other time. Speaking of unlikely mergers, ooh. Cassie, I really appreciate you meeting me. Well, look, I know that I've hurt your mother, and I really want to make amends. How would you do that? That's what I was going to ask you. That's why I asked you to meet me. Well, I know what I'd do if I were you. Really, what? I'd let Dorian have permission to see Addie. Oh, I wish I could. Why can't you? Asa laid down the law about that. Certain things just aren't up for discussion. I mean, letting Dorian anywhere near the house, it's one of a number of things I can't ever bring up. Sounds a little stifling. Yeah, well, we're just getting used to each other, that's all. I mean, really, things are fine.
Well, in any case, Blair has certainly gotten what she wanted. The keys to Ace's vault.
You think she was only after Ace's money?
And what do you reckon attracted her? His youthful good looks? His sweet nature?
Hardly. I think Asa made her marry him. And he didn't use his money as a club. He used something else. Something we don't know about.
Why? Why, Asa? You don't sound like you're very happy with the way your life is going.
I had my reasons, Cassie. Private reasons.
Well, the fun part of my day is certainly over. The church has called an emergency meeting of the Vestry.
Why?
Someone has something against Andrew. I'm going to fight the good fight for him, but I'm worried, frankly.
You're in love with Andrew? Well, so what's wrong? I mean, he seems like a wonderful man.
He is, if you like the big-headed, righteous, stubborn type.
You can get around that.
Yes, we could if we were seeing each other right now, which we're not.
Why?
I don't want to. Not until I can make some sense of things.
Personal things.
Actually, the problems we're having haven't anything to do with how we feel about each other.
Well then, can't you solve the problems together? Somehow, whatever they are? Look, if there's one thing that I know for an absolute fact, it's that you shouldn't throw love away, Cassie. Not ever. There he is. Just go on ahead. I'll be right there, okay?
Okay. Billy, dude.
Hey, guys.
Sloan,
Hi, Vicki.
how are you feeling?
Well, tell you the truth, I've never felt better in my life. It was a relief to have told you. Although when I see that worried look on your face, I regret having placed that burden on you.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, it's not a burden. Especially if it makes you realize that you're not alone. I really do want to help you. However I can. Have you had a second opinion? You know, I know some wonderful doctors.
No.
Does Andrew know?
Not yet.
He should know.
Yes, he will when the time is right.
Okay. Well, as long as you know I'm here.
Thank you, Vicki.
You like bologna? You like marshmallows stuff together?
Yes, I
Think you did enough of it? You never tried it.
Hello, Billy.
Hey, Mrs. Buchanan. What's up?
Besides the heat? Well, a great deal, I'm afraid. Billy, a mutual friend of ours is in a lot of trouble.
You mean Reverend Carpenter, huh?
Yes, I do, and I'm afraid I don't know how to help him.
Me neither.
Well, there are these rumors.
What about him?
Well, that Andrew Carpenter put the moves on you.
That's what they're saying.
Billy, did he?
Billy, you don't have to say anything you don't want to say.
No. I want to. Andrew Carpenter never laid a finger on me. He never tried. Okay? I tried to tell my parents that. But, Mrs. Buchanan, it's like they won't listen to me. They don't want to believe it.
Well, maybe they're afraid.
Of what?
Well, there's a story going around that someone was trying to bother you, and they feel like they're not doing such a great job of protecting you.
I don't need to be protected,
Well, I
Joe.
know.
Well, you know, honey, sometimes it's kind of hard for parents to understand that. Perhaps that's why they overreacted. Actually, I came here today to ask you to be very strong. Strong enough to let everyone know the truth. I think it would be a terrible injustice if Andrew were forced to resign from the church because of false accusations, and that is where this is headed right now. There's a meeting of the church vestry this afternoon to discuss the problem. And I was hoping that you would come to the meeting and tell your story because, Billy, you are the only one who can clear Andrew.
Mrs. Buchanan, my mom's on the vestry.
I know that, hon, but you have other friends there, too.
But you don't understand. If I go there, they're going to ask me all kinds of questions about stuff I don't want to talk about.
I will be there, Billy. I will make absolutely sure nobody picks on you.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Buchanan. I can't do it.
Excuse me, Cassie.
No, of course.
Luna, what do you say we go over to Wanda's, pack ourselves some goodies, go grab Alan, go to the spa, and have a picnic, huh?
Yeah, well, the day is still kind of young.
Yeah, well, we've already completed one humongous business deal today. What more could we ask for? Come on, let's go,
all right.
please.
Let me go powder my nose.
Oh, you don't you powder that nose? That is the most perfect nose I've ever seen.
Stop that. Yours is, too. You are nothing. Oh, Lord, Blair, I'm sorry. I didn't even see you standing there.
It's all right, Luna. I'm fine.
Yeah, you don't look fine.
Well, you know, I think I'm just, feeling a little sick from the heat.
Were you sick from the heat the other night at the stables when we talked? You remember?
Yeah, I'm fine now. I'm just a little tired. How about you? And Max?
I'd have about as much luck taking care of him like you asked me to if you'd asked me to bail out the ocean with a sieve.
To the Vestry Committee. My son came home today with just one thing on his mind. Just one question. Daddy, what's a homo? Now, I asked him why he wanted to know. And he said to me that all of his classmates were talking about the homo minister. My son is 8 years old. What should I answer him? Now, all of these letters are from concerned members of our congregation. Deliberately or not, Andrew has made himself a role model, not just for our congregation, but for the town of Llanview itself. And now we suddenly find that our role model is tainted.
Tainted wouldn't be the right word in any case.
Even if Andrew were gay, which I have repeatedly reminded you, he has not said he is.
Well, why won't he say what he is, whatever he is?
Because, Elizabeth, he is defending a principle, and that is a person's right to privacy. Sexual preference is a private affair. It is not a matter for public concern.
But if this man is a homosexual, and call me a conservative, Vicki, because I believe still that it is a sin, just like the Bible says, what kind of message are we sending out? This man is dealing with innocent children.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Look, I know we are dealing with a very emotional subject here, all right, but I'm getting upset, so I think we should stick to facts, of which I have some. Right? I've done my homework. I've done a great deal of reading, and I have consulted medical texts, and I have two facts in particular that I would like to point out now. Fact number one, fact. Homosexuals, gays, do not go about recruiting other people to be gays. You are what you are. It's not like in the draft. You cannot coerce someone into changing their sexual preference. Fact number two, gays statistically are no more likely to be child abusers than heterosexuals. It is true, Elizabeth. It's true. A gay minister per se is no more of a threat to a child than a straight one is.
Victoria, it's not just a question of the threat. Now, the Episcopal Church may still be debating whether or not to ordain a man who is openly homosexual, but the Bible is very clear on the subject of sexual perversion.
The Bible is also very clear on the subject of pork. And I think I've seen you wolfing down a bacon club or two.
We're not talking about our eating habits here
Well, now,
today.
just a minute. She has a point. The Bible is not just a testament of our faith. It is a historical document. Well, the Bible says it is perfectly all right to buy and sell human beings as slaves. The Bible says it's fine to trade for wives. It says it's fine to offer calves and lambs as burnt offerings.
I think I speak for the majority of the Vestry Committee in calling for appropriate measures to deal with this ungodly mess. Now, I am proposing that Vicki, as the rector's warden, you go to Andrew immediately and ask for his resignation.
No, whoa, wait a minute here. We have not even discussed what I think to be the central issue. Where are these accusations of Andrew coming from?
Thank you very much, Renee. Exactly the crux of the problem. Who made these charges against Andrew, and why? Virginia, somebody came to you.
I'm afraid you'll have to respect my right to privacy, Vicki, where that's concerned. Now, my husband and I saw enough with our own eyes.
I don't know what you and Walter saw, but I do know that Billy has denied these accusations completely. Isn't that true?
Actually, Billy didn't want to talk about it much.
Well, that wouldn't be surprising either way.
But yes, he told us the attempted seduction never took place.
Virginia, why in God's name would you have reason to doubt that your son is telling the truth?
My husband is afraid that Billy is too young and naive to understand what might have been going on. And he can't really say what happened.
Yes, Mom. Yes, I can.
I'd be crazy these days not to see.
I have this little surprise for my friend over there, Cassie Callison. And, here's the 20 to make sure the surprise stays a surprise. Don't tell her who this is from.
Time is wasting, woman.
I'm coming,
You're gonna make this beautiful summer day green with envy. You look so hot.
Thank you, Max. Thank you for using me like an inflatable doll to make Blair Daimler jealous of all the gall. Don't you ever sweet-talk me in public again. Unless you mean it. Get it?
Got it.
Good.
doing here?
Well, hello to you, too.
No, I'm in. When you left at Wanda's, I thought you never wanted to see me again.
Well, I thought you were going to put Billy on the spot, and we had made a deal that we wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry.
No, I think you were right. I mean, if we put a wall around Billy, we end up just as overprotective as his parents, right? Besides, your mom was really cool. She didn't make him spill his guts or anything, and I guess she just wanted to know the truth about Andrew. That was fine. You were fine, too. The way you made Billy open up was, nice. Got mustard on your shirt.
You were just so mature, you know that? You're just so mature.
So why do you fall for it every time?
You don't need to be here, sweetheart.
I know.
Did anybody make you come here?
No, Mommy. I came because I wanted to. I mean, I needed to. So I could, set the record straight.
And we do sincerely appreciate that, Billy. Believe me. Now, you and I spoke briefly earlier, but so that the other members of the vestry can be absolutely clear about what you are going to say, I will ask you again in front of everyone. Do you understand what is being said about you and Andrew?
Yes. And none of it's true. Andrew Carpenter never touched me.
Did he try?
No.
Is it possible that whoever it is that started these rumors confused Andrew with somebody else? Has some other older man ever approached you?
What would make you say that?
Well, I just want to make sure that you aren't
I'm not what?
out of loyalty, which is a very decent motive. You aren't trying to protect someone that you care about, are you?
No. Who would I be protecting?
Well, because someone had been kind to you. Now, I'm only bringing this up, Billy, because it's been my experience that most rumors have some small kernel of truth inside. Something starts people to talking. Now, if there is something that you're hiding, I just want you to know that everybody in this room, we all care about you. And if there's anything at all that you want to get off your chest, anything at all that you want to bring out into the open.
Mr. Clarkson, please. This is not a fishing expedition, is it? Now, Billy answered the question we needed answered. I think he's entitled to his right to privacy, don't you?
You were very brave to come here. Do you want to go home now?
Thank you,
Megan, I did everything you said to do. Stuck with what I believed in. I'm strong, I'm brave. I'm all alone. Friend or foe? Friend!
What foe were you expecting, Andrew?
Well, you know, the vestry is meeting right now, and I can just imagine the kind of nasty rumors they're tossing around. You know, the one about Andrew and the flying saucer and the orgy, and Elvis was there.
Okay. It's not like you to be sarcastic, Reverend.
Tell you about my whole life has changed since this muck started downhill. I hope you don't mind me bringing this up, but, you know, not too many people to talk to these days. Kind of, whole thing got to Cassie, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she decided that she wanted to put some distance between us until she sorted everything out. Can't say that I blame her. I got people quitting on me left and right. People in the Altar Guild, people on the Community Center board. And the irony is that if I just told the truth, that I am not now, nor have I ever been gay, this whole thing would probably evaporate.
Do you think maybe the time's come for you to do just that?
I don't know. What do you think, Bo? When's it time to betray your values? I've got this strong belief in a private sphere, you know, that people just don't have the right to demand that you tell them about your sexual orientation or your political or your religious beliefs. And I think that the people who would want to do that are the same people that would try to control you through fear and hatred. That's what happened.
I think you're a very brave man, Andrew.
Thank you, my friend. Would you mind telling that to my father, the general?
Boy, you'll never guess who asked me to come over here and try to talk some sense into you.
Are you kidding me?
Son of... No, come on now. Look. I was going to come over here anyway, but not to pressure you. I just want you to know that I'm behind you 100%, whatever you decide to do.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's nice to know I have a couple of friends left. Pretty alone right now, a little shaken up. Sorry. I miss Cassie. Had this dream that Megan came, and she told me to buck up, you know, stay with what I believed, and maybe Cassie and everyone else would finally understand what I was up to. Eventually.
Well, for your sake, I hope Megan's right.
What do you need a written bartending test for, right? And the reason I say that is because your customers aren't going to drink a piece of paper, right? Why don't you let me demonstrate my mixology, okay? Check it out. We'll start with the classic martini. A jigger of gin, right? A whisper of vermouth, and we're all set, okay?
Hello, Mother. Well, I'm glad you didn't tell me with whom you were lunching. Otherwise, I wouldn't have braved the heat to try and find you, Cassie.
Mother, please, we're all related here. Let's try to
Don't
get along.
remind me. If I thought that my sister were getting minimal decent care, I would...
is, Dorian.
Oh, that's right, Blair, and you have never lied to me. Now, the last time I saw Addie, it was quite clear that she was getting worse. If she doesn't get the proper care she needs, that she's going to end up where she was when we were children, self-destructive and violent.
She gets frightened and she overreacts, that's all.
Perhaps you'd like to see my scars again. The ones I got when she overreacted.
I guess you can't help blaming her.
No, you're wrong. I don't blame her. Because I understand that she still is very, very sick.
Mrs. Buchanan, there's someone outside who wants to see you. She says it was urgent.
Thank you.
Well, I wonder what that could be about. Keeping secrets from Mother?
Poor Pauline. Help, save me from my leaky diaper. Huggy's Baby Steps to the rescue. Tailored with 5 steps to...
Oh, what do I care? You can either eat them or you can stick them up your nose. Let me tell you something, Max Holden. One day, that charm that oozes out of you by the cord ain't gonna work on me anymore.
Luna, make it sound like I need an oil change.
Yeah, well, if the dip rod fits.
You taking to writing poetry on the sly? Back in the middle of the country, back in the slow little town I come from, no one's gotten famous. Standing in the...
This is the lyrics to a song. That Suede guy wrote it. You know, the one that you said so in love with my radio voice, the one that's got a puppy dog crush on me? Little college kid wrote it. think is sweet. Oh, and speaking of unrequited love songs, you know Reba McEntire, you heard of her, right? Well, she's an old friend of mine from back home, and she's going to come into Philly next Friday, well, this Friday, to be doing a concert, and she's going to stop by here. Are you going to be around?
I'm sorry. Sorry, no, I won't be here. I got to make a quick trip down to Sweetwater.
Why? What are you going to do?
I got to go check on the ranch. There's some big corporation called Western Skies. They're looking into the property. Don't ask me why, but they're thinking about buying me out.
You're not thinking of selling it, are you?
I don't know. I haven't decided. That's why I want to take a look at it.
Do you need me to come along?
Well,
Do you?
Well, actually, thank you. It's very nice of you to suggest that, but I really think I need some time alone. There's some things I need to think through.
Quitting? Your mother is simply too much to handle, Mrs. Buchanan. Today, she tried to stab me with a letter opener. I was lucky. Her aim was bad.
Oh, God, I am so sorry.
I have got to report this to the authorities. I think it's an irresponsible choice to keep your mother at home.
No, please. If my mother is put away again, it'll only make the problem worse. Listen, we need your help. I mean, no one else has been able to do what you've done. If you could just tell us what you need to make sure that my mother is under complete control at all times. Now, I am sure my husband will give you a generous token of his esteem. Very generous.
Isn't that Addie's nurse?
Is it?
Stop the presses. Your cousin Blair is hiding something again.
Oh, I wonder what.
I intend to find out.
Thanks for coming, Dad. Please, sit down.
Andrew, I just want to say that you've been doing a very difficult thing, standing up to a smear campaign, this slander.
Thank you. Thank you.
I, of course, hope that you...
I know what you're hoping. I know exactly what you're hoping. You're hoping in your words that I've come to my senses. I think I have.
Good. Let him know you're not homosexual.
I won't do that. Look, Dad, you've got to stop setting me up or trying to fix me up or get me married or whatever you came to Lambview for. And you've got to stop sending my best friends over here on missions to deliver your messages. And you've got to stop trying to control my life and telling me how to behave.
I'm sorry you're so angry.
Yeah, I'm angry.
There's something I want you to understand.
No, I do understand. I understand just fine that you're scared down to your wingtips that I'm going to turn out a lot like my brother William, who was always less than a man in your eyes. And you figure that if I'm what you call bad, the whole world's going to finally see you for a failure of a father that you are. And that's the truth, isn't it? Now, if you can't handle your disappointment with me, Dad, why don't you take your grief and go back home to old Tidewater? Because I don't want you here. Go home.
I think perhaps we could all use a breath of fresh air and a little time to clear our minds, let's say half an hour. And then perhaps we could come back and vote on whether or not to ask Reverend Carpenter for his resignation.
Yes, I think a little fresh air would be lovely. I, for one, don't care how hot it is outside.
Virginia, may I talk to you just for a moment, please?
I think I need to get some air.
I understand. Virginia, it's obvious that you have the deciding vote here, the swing vote. And that's the vote that will decide the fate of the most effective pastor this church has ever had.
I'm aware of my responsibility, Vicki.
Then I trust that you will listen to your heart. Your son has twice told you that these rumors are false.
Now, I know your husband thinks he's under somebody's thumb, but I quite frankly think that Billy's a lot stronger than that. And I think that you think so, too. If you believe Billy, and if you can get beyond the suspicion and the hysteria in this case, then you must see that no harm has been done to anyone except Andrew Carpenter.
I thank you for sharing the thoughts. I need to do some thinking on my own so I can make a decision.